Hey there, how's it going today? My name is Sean Hatzel. I'm a 47-year-old stubborn fat expert with over 20 plus years in the health and fitness industry. I'm an online best-selling ebook author for both diet and exercise, and I specialize in helping people over 35 years old, people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, optimize declining hormones to help them quickly lose more stubborn fat. Now, inside this video, I want to talk about an important, crucial hormone that you need to pay attention to as you get older, and that is the hormone leptin. And in particular, I'm going to talk about a few things that will suppress your leptin sensitivity, and I'm also going to give you 5 ways to optimize leptin sensitivity to help you burn more fat and keep your hormones optimized and balanced properly. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is what is leptin. A lot of people have heard of it, but they don't understand what it is. And putting it in simple terms and dumbing down the science, leptin is simply the hormone that tells your brain and your body whether or not you should burn fat or whether or not you should store fat. This is why many people in the scientific and nutrition community call leptin the master fat burning hormone. Now, a couple things that can kill leptin sensitivity are number one, sugar, which is not surprising. Everybody knows that sugar is terrible for you and can practically kill you if you abuse it. Avoid inflammation, which I'll talk about how to reduce that in just a second because too much inflammation suppresses leptin levels. Avoids too much steady state cardio. Research shows that people who do too much steady state cardio suppress T4 to T3 conversion in your thyroid. Now, this can indirectly suppress leptin sensitivity because all these hormones tie in together. Now, if you want to improve leptin sensitivity, and this is very, very critical for your success because when leptin levels are low, it makes it nearly impossible for the body to access fat as a fuel source. So here are 5 quick, down and dirty, natural ways that you can use to optimize leptin sensitivity. The first one is to simply eat more protein. Research shows that it improves leptin sensitivity. And by the way, I will put the research studies that substantiate any claims that I make in this video either below in the comments or in the description of this video. So I'll post the study showing that eating more protein improves leptin sensitivity. You should be eating more protein anyway because the more protein you give your body, the more calories you burn. It increases metabolic rate through the thermic effect. You see, your body burns more calories digesting protein than it does carbs or fat. So therefore, it indirectly increases metabolic rate, not to mention it helps you prevent muscle loss as you get older. That's a scary condition known as sarcopenia. So eat more protein. Try to get a protein source in every single meal. Second strategy that can optimize leptin sensitivity is to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Now, I know this is obvious kindergarten, first base stuff, but research shows that people who don't get adequate sleep have suppressed leptin levels. Number 3 is eat anti-inflammatory foods. Like we said, inflammation can lead to suppressed leptin levels. So by eating, avocados, cruciferous veggies, cacao powder, fatty fish, which has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, these anti-inflammatory foods can help you optimize leptin sensitivity. Number 4 is to maintain stable insulin levels. Now remember, when you elevate insulin levels chronically throughout the day, it keeps the body in an environment where it can't access fat as a fuel source because insulin is known as a storage hormone. So when it's elevated, it makes it impossible for the body to access fat as a fuel source, and it can also suppress leptin levels. So the main way that you can stabilize insulin levels is number 1, try to fast for 12 to 14 hours a day, 5 days of the week. So if you eat your last meal at 8 p.m., try to wait till 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day. If you're a guy, you can extend this out to 16 hours if you want. But just try to fast at least 12 hours a day or longer, 4 or 5 days of the week, can have a remarkable effect on your insulin levels and your insulin sensitivity. Also, balancing your meals, so making sure that you never eat a starchy carb or a ripe fruit or any type of sugar by itself. Always, always, always balance out your carbs with protein and a cruciferous veggie when you can. This will help stabilize insulin levels to keep the body in a fat-burning environment and optimize leptin sensitivity. Number 5 is to eat post-workout carbs. You see, calorie deficits are one of the main things that can suppress leptin levels. In fact, New York Times did an article on a study that was published about season 16 reality TV show that was a body transformation show. I'm sure you're familiar with it. I'm not going to say the name of it. But all 16 contestants several years after the show gained all or more of their weight back. And when they did a study on them, it showed they had metabolic slowdown and their leptin levels had plummeted to nearly 0. So extreme calorie deficits are not the way to go. Now, if you want to keep the body in a calorie deficit consistently and optimize leptin sensitivity, just have some post-workout carbs after your exercise sessions, or if you're not an exerciser, have at least one high-carb cheat meal per week. See, after just 5 to 7 days of low-carb dieting, leptin levels can plummet dramatically. By having a cheat meal or having carbs post-workout, this will help reset those leptin levels. Now, the final strategy is to use the 12-minute metabolic protocol that you'll find at the link somewhere around this video. Now, this 12-minute metabolic protocol is specifically designed for the hormonal condition of people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, and it can elevate growth hormone levels 400 all the way up to 771%. But most importantly, research shows that when you do these 12-minute protocols in a fasted state, so either in the morning in an empty stomach or about 2 to 4 hours after a meal, going in a fasted state, research shows that it will reset your leptin levels. Now, they did a study, side-by-side study on this, and the people who consume glucose or carbs before this high-intensity exercise burst did not have their leptin levels reset. So it's important that you use this 12-minute metabolic protocol in a fasted state. Not only does it have these amazing leptin resetting effects, like I mentioned, it can increase growth hormone production. It can also increase your metabolic rate for 38 to 48 hours afterwards. So click the link somewhere around this website. Go check it out. If you got something out of this, tag somebody that can benefit. Give me some hearts, give me some likes. We're over 6 minutes in. Thanks for watching and keep going strong.